Yo guys, it's Wild Jack appeared, and today I'm going to be doing the my first time tag. I've already asked my friend Heather to do it, and I think hers is uploaded. So if it's uploaded by the time I put mine up, I will put the link in the description. So just gonna go straight into it. I've got the list right there on the screen next to me, and I'm sure it'll be absolutely swell. Let's go. So the first one on the list is my first tweet. So I've just used an app online because I couldn't be bothered scrolling, and my first tweet was on the 10th of May 2010. So my first tweet reads, at Lady Gaga, brilliant. Stephanie, you will probably think I'm just like any other of your fans. Well, I'm not. My life revolves around you and your music. Please follow me. The next one on the list is first YouTube video, and it's not one from this channel because I've had about 5 before I made this one and stuck to it. My first one I think was when I was in year 8, and it was like the first time people started actually getting into YouTube. Maybe not, maybe it was just me and my friends. That's when we started. So I will play the first video. I've already got it downloaded ready. I will play it now.
Yes, Evo, go on dancing.
Are you there?
Yes, you're so cute. Evo, get into the camera, you geek. Yes, mate.
Hello? Hello?
Hello. Hiya. Yes, Evo, you're so cute. What the fuck is that? Oh my god, what is that? What is that? I'm scared. What is it?
So yeah, that the person speaking in the video is me, and I've just got no words to describe it. It's so embarrassing, but it was such a funny video at the time. If you want to check out my old videos, my old YouTube is Kodak Spiderwick. It's probably not funny to people who don't know me, but you know, you can check it out anyway. Moving on. This next one is one that you've probably already seen if you've watched my videos. It's first Facebook profile picture. So it is included in, I think, one of my VODs, but if you haven't seen that, then I will put it here. Oh, wow. So yeah, that's my first profile picture. It's very embarrassing. Bye. Quickly moving on to get past that. The next question, this is obviously an American set of questions. Who was your first grade teacher? And I don't know which one is first grade equivalent in the UK. I don't know whether it's year 1 or reception. So I'm just going to go with year 1 because it's, I don't know, the first year that I went in. And my teacher was Miss Williams. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Am I supposed to speak about her? The only thing I remember is when I first went into year 1, I was like super nervous, and I cried when my mum dropped me off. And she came up to me and she was like, "It's okay, I've already taught your sister." And like, give me this massive hug, and everyone was looking at me like, "Ew," and they related, and I was like, "Oh, this is so awkward move." This one is, where was your first sleepover? It was one of my friends from primary school, and the thing I just remembered is when we were staying over, he had one of those single beds where there's like a compartment and another bed pulls out and you put it up and it's like a double bed or 2 singles next to each other. So we did that, and as I can't remember what we were doing. I think I was getting up to go to the toilet or something. There was like 4 of us on these beds, all like, I don't even know how we were managing it. And I got up and I pressed down on one of the edges and no one else was on the other side, and the bed flipped and like collapsed. And I just remember everyone laughing at me, and I was just literally like hit my head off the wall. Thought I was dying. I was like, oh my god, I just needed to go to the toilet. Oh my god. And they literally wouldn't let me live it down, and I don't speak to any of them now. So, what was your first piercing? My first piercing was my ear. I got it done in year 6. My brother paid for me to have it done as a treat for me getting good grades on my, I don't know what, are they SATs? SATs in year 6 or CATs? Can't remember, but my tests in year 6, I got like top marks in all of them. So he was like, yeah, congratulations, let's celebrate, come and get your ear pierced. And I was like, yes, buzzing. Still got it pierced to this day. Who was your first roommate? Again, obviously American. We don't have roommates when we go to like, I'm guessing this is like college, but university over here. We don't have roommates, I don't think, anymore at university. Maybe some universities do, I don't know. But when I went, it wasn't roommates, it was flatmates. You had your own room, but you shared a flat, so you shared like a kitchen, and normally you'd share a bathroom, but we paid more to have our own bathrooms. And I didn't just have one, I had 7 flatmates. Yeah, so the first person I saw was... Who was the first person? The first person I saw was my flatmate Emily's brother, and I thought it was him moving in. So I introduced myself to him and was like, oh, hi, you're right, I'm Jack. And he was like, I'm not moving in. I was like, oh, never mind. And then Emily appeared and I was like, hi. I was like, oh, hi, I'm Jack. Just like stole my thunder. I was like, alright, well, there's my big introduction gone. See ya. What was the first sport you were ever involved in? And last time I was asked a sport question, I was like, lmao, I don't do sport. I used to hide in the cupboard when we had PE. But I actually did have a first sport that I was involved in. When I was in year 5, I was on the football team in primary school as like a substitute. Like I never actually played, but I was on the team. And then in year 6, I was on the team again as a substitute, and I actually played like 3 matches. And at the end of the year, the whole football team gets a trophy. And everyone got called up, and then like the other 3 subs got called up, and I didn't even get a trophy. I was like, what the fuck? I don't even like football. I was only in it. So I had a trophy and was like, yeah, look, I was on the football team, sporty. And then I didn't even get one. I was fucking fuming. It's like a trend of me not getting my rewards. Like, I didn't get that one. And then in year 8, I didn't get my medal that I was supposed to win. Thank fuck that I got my trophy at the end of performing arts. Because if I hadn't have had that one, I'd have fucking... Moving on. Who was your first Valentine, and did it go well? No, it didn't go well, for a start. My first Valentine was with a girl from my primary school called... no, I'm not going to name her name, because if she ever watches this, I'll be furious. So, going to give you a little role play of how it went down, okay? Oh, hi, I got you this. Do you want to be my Valentine? Even though we're only in year 3 and we don't know what it means, but everyone's giving each other presents. So I bought you this. No, sorry, I don't want to be your Valentine because I fancy this boy from year 6 even though I'm in year 3. So I'm not going to be your Valentine because I'm going to keep my hopes up that he's going to ask me out. Oh, what you doing? No, I'll take that, thank you. Yeah, I'll take it, but no, don't want to be your Valentine. Okay, good luck in the future. Bye. Well, joke's on you, you stush bitch, because by the time you got to year 6, nobody liked you, so bye! Last one is first embarrassing moment that you can remember. And that was also in primary school. My first embarrassing moment, I had many embarrassing moments in primary school. I can pick my first one, but I want to tell you 2 different stories because they're both embarrassing as each other. So my first one is, I think I was in year 4, and I'd been to the corner shop before school. It was like a special occasion that I'd been to the shop before school. And you know those things where you put 20p in and you twist it and you get the little egg? Well, I'd got one of those, and in it was a little, like, 20p gold ring with, like, an amber stone. And I was like, oh, that's so pretty. I know exactly what I'm going to do with this. Waited till break time. I was really nervous. And then as soon as the bell rang, I waited and I went to the boys' toilets and I talked myself into it. I was like, big myself up, and then I walked straight over to the girl who I had a massive crush on, apparently out of nowhere, because I can never remember ever fancying this girl. And I was like, you! Will you marry me? In the middle of the playground, all of her girlmates are like, oh! All the other years are like, wow, what's going on over there? And literally, I just seen her face start sweating. She was getting really nervous. She was like, no. I was like, oh, what? And then she ran away, and I was like, you know what? She was probably just nervous. So, I obviously followed her and asked again. And, after the 5th time, I was like, okay then, fuck you, honey. Obviously, I didn't say that because I was in year 4 and didn't know what any of those words meant. I was just like, whatever then. Threw the ring, never to be seen again. Probably buried underneath the ground of St. John's C of E Primary School. Oh well. My second embarrassing moment was I was in year 6 and I hadn't felt well, but my dad forced me to go in. Because, evil. So we were doing a spelling test, and I was like, whatever, just get through the day. So, minding my own business, spelling house or something really hard to spell, and then all of a sudden, my stomach does an absolute back bend, and sick just goes up, and I was like, oh my god. And I swear to God, my cheeks literally chipmunk because I'm trying to hold sick. And I was like, oh my God, what has happened? I wasn't expecting this. And I was like, I tapped the girl next to me and I was like, I couldn't speak. And I was trying to say, like, tell the teacher I need to let me go. I need to go. And this girl was like, ew, that's disgusting. Like, I just remember thinking, what are you on about? Get the teacher. This isn't a time for judgment. And she was like, ew, that's disgusting. Ew. And then the teacher was like, what's going on over there? And I was like, and I was trying to tell her and I couldn't. And then Morse came up and I couldn't hold it. I was like, I was like aiming towards the door, but then this girl was sat there, literally projectile vomited all over her. And then the whole class just went silent. I was just like, I don't feel well. The teacher was mortified. She was like, oh my God, you go to first aid now. You go to the girls' toilets. Try and wash as much off as possible. Class, go outside onto the playground. Somebody go and get the cleaner. She was literally like, eek. It was like a first year teaching about traumatised her. And literally got neglected at the first aid thing. Who is it? Are you interrupting my story? And I just remembered something else embarrassing to add on to the 6th story. The next day, when I had to go back into school, the next day, I could have had, like, Ebola or something. Like, it was literally awful. I'd never done that before in my life. I thought I was dying. And the next day, they were like, yeah, go back in school. I was like, I'm sure there's a rule against this. Aren't you supposed to, like, have a week off? But anyway, my mum was like, that poor girl. The girl who I was sick on, I was like, you know what, no sympathy for your own son who has been traumatised, embarrassed, neglected. She was like, right, bought this girl a bouquet and was like, take that into her and say you're sorry. So not only did I have to go and face my whole class who I just vomited in front of, and the teacher, I had to go up to this girl who I didn't even like. And I was like, my mum got you these, sorry for being sick on you, there you go. And then I remember we fell out of each other at break time, so I went into the classroom and ripped the flowers up. I was like, deuce. So, yeah, that's the end of that story. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope it wasn't too boring. I think there's going to be another video posted today as well, so make sure you check that out. Depending which one goes up first, I'll put the link in the description. If you enjoyed, then I will be uploading again next week, or maybe through the week, I'm not sure. So just click the little TV in this screen to subscribe, or to go to my channel and then subscribe, because, you know, I don't know how to work YouTube. Give it a thumbs up, comment, whatever. If there are any videos you want to see me do, or any collabs you want me or another YouTuber to get together and do, whatever, let me know in the comments. See ya. Say bye, Skipper. No? Okay. See ya. Bye.